Because you're a Mayer guy,
Okay.
I will show you this one, which I guess is the second closest to Mayer riff that I have.
Okay.
Hey guys, so today I want to show you guys this Polyphia riff, which according to Tim Henson himself was inspired by the great John Mayer. I'll break it down for you guys, but let's take a listen to the song first. So that was the song Goose from Polyphia's 2017 EP, titled The Most Hated. Fun fact, it was titled The Most Hated EP since it was such a drastic departure from Polyphia's earlier metal guitar sound to this more hip-hop influenced sound that Polyphia thought people were going to hate it. So they called it The Most Hated. So when I first heard this song Goose, I was like, this sounds nothing like John Mayer. It's so technical. There's like harmonics, open string, fast playing, triplets, hybrid picking. Sounds like nothing like John Mayer at all. But the more I listen to old John Mayer songs, the more I realize how similar this song actually is to John Mayer songs. So take a listen to the song first as an example. So that was the song Slow Dancing in a Burning Room by John Mayer. And playing through that song, one of the main things I realized makes Goose sound like slow dancing is the use of chord melody playing. And what I mean by chord melody playing is just that in the song there's a clear melody, and the guitar player just embellishes the melody with chords. So they play the melody with chords, and that becomes the riff. So in the case of slow dancing, there's this melody. And there are these three chords underneath it: C minor, C sharp minor, A major, E major, and here's the riff again. So he's really just playing the melody but embellishing them with chords. It sounds cooler. So we can hear this melody. And the chords is like, yeah, he's really just playing a melody but with chords. Same thing as on Goose. So for the first part of Goose, there's this melody. And these two chords underneath, A minor and G major. And the riff just goes like this again. Again, the riff is just playing the melody, but embellishing them with chords to make them sound cool. We can really hear this melody. And that riff we just played. Same thing for the second part of the riff, which sounds really cool. And there are these two chords underneath, F major and G major. And the rest of the riff goes like... Again, just playing the melody, but embellishing them with chords to make them sound cool. Another thing that makes Goose sound like a John Mayer song is the fact that both songs have really singable melodies, and they use the same trick to achieve the singable melody. But, I mean, it makes sense for a John Mayer song, because he has to sing over his songs, but Polyphia has no singer, or... I never heard a crowd sing along to a guitar riff like that until I heard Polyphia. Point is, even though Polyphia does not have a singer in their own band, they also have very singable melodies that can be sung. So there's the trick that both John Mayer and Polyphia uses to achieve a singable melody is the fact of how they try to outline the chord when they play a melody. So for example, take Slow Dancing again. The first chord is this D flat minor note, chord, and the chord tones here are. Listen to a melody again. Notice how close John Mayer's playing relative to where he's playing the chord, and how close it sounds to the three chord tones here. It's almost as if he's playing like, but he's just adding some notes to embellish that chord, like. But he's really just playing these three notes, but in embellishing those three notes, he's outlining that chord, and that makes the riff and melody very singable. Same thing as on Goose. So first chord of Goose again is just this minor chord, and the chord tones here are. And again, the melody goes like. Notice how I just played that without by fingering this chord and barely moving my fingers otherwise. And it almost sounds like Tim Henson is just playing with the chord tones. And he's just adding in a few extra notes. See, I can play that with just fingering the chord and maybe adding an extra note or two. He's pretty much just using the chord tones to drive melody and outline the chord. That's how John Mayer and Polyphia are able to have such singable melodies in their songs, by outlining the chord and using chord tones heavily. So the last thing that makes Goose sound like a John Mayer song is the use of unconventional rhythm on both songs. So in the case of John Mayer, he's from a more blues background, so naturally a lot of his songs are more syncopated. For example, on Slow Dancing, the melody goes like this. Notice how it's not straight, it's not like, and more like. He's actually playing a little bit before the downbeat to make the rhythm sound more interesting and kind of unconventional, breaking out of the box. Same thing as on Goose. So on Goose, there's this melody again. And it's really this triplet that catches the listener's ears by surprise and creates a really unconventional but cool rhythm. This part. The reason why triplets are so cool is because most listeners' ears expect to hear an even number of notes per beat or per bar. So like a 2 or a 4. But here it's a 3. So that's how Tim Henson and John Mayer are able to both kind of break out of the box and catch the listeners' ears by surprise pleasantly. Now, of course, besides similarities in chord melody playing, singable melodies, and unconventional rhythms, Polyphia does sound different from John Mayer because they use way more stylized techniques like hybrid picking, open string playing, harmonics, and whatnot. So check out this video of me playing Slow Dancing in a Burning Room in Polyphia style if you want to learn more how to play John Mayer inspired Polyphia riffs. And comment down below with your favorite Polyphia riff, maybe one that John Mayer inspired too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.